The latest drama between Amy Slaton and Amanda Halterman is explained in 1000 Alp Sisters. Season 7 stars of 1000 Alp Sisters, Amanda Halterman and Amy Slaton, have a history of fighting, and they are preparing for yet another major altercation. Although the popular unscripted show is primarily on Amy and Tammy Slaton, a number of their other siblings, including their 44-year-old half-sibling Amanda, are also involved. In their personal lives, Amy and Amanda have experienced numerous changes. Over the past few years, they had divorced their husbands, and they were even married to two brothers, Jason and Michael Halterman. Amy and Amanda were left to fend for themselves after divorcing their husbands. Amanda's 4 sons were all grown up, but Amy had 2 young children to consider. The sisters supported one another, and in Season 7 of 1000 Alp Sisters, Amanda moved in with Amy. Amanda's presence has been beneficial for both women in certain aspects. This was a memorable occasion for them because they didn't grow up in the same home. Amanda can assist with Amy's 2 little boys as well. Living together appears to have the potential to generate a significant breach between them, despite the benefits. In the recently released 7th season of 1000 Alp Sisters, Amanda and Amy were living together. For a while, the arrangement suited the sisters, but Amy was becoming irritated with Amanda's grown sons being around all the time. During a confessional, Amanda stated, "My kids can be wherever I am." Even if it's a sentiment of love, Amy is getting frustrated because her tiny home seems to be completely packed. The hot-headed sisters will be at one another's necks after 2 months of living together if nothing changes. Amanda and one of her siblings have previously been at odds about living circumstances. Tammy's stay at Amanda's guest house during 1000 Alp Sister Season 6 went horribly. Tammy, like Amy, became irritated by Amanda's constant presence of sons. After a heated family meeting, the matter reached a breaking point, and Amanda evicted Tammy from her home. At one time, Tammy remarked, "She's dead to me," referring to her sister. For several months, the sisters avoided one another by not speaking to one another and even skipping family gatherings over the holidays. Paradoxically, Amy was the one who reconciled her warring sisters. Amy has had enough of Tammy and Amanda's intense feud after months of turmoil and made the decision to take action. She demanded that both sisters attend the supper she had organized. Around Amy's table, the whole 1000 Alp Sisters clan assembled, and Tammy and Amanda at last reconciled. Previously the feisty one, Amy now played the role of family mediator. It would not be the first time that Amy and Amanda have not agreed. In Season 5 of 1000 Alp Sisters, the Slatons took a family trip to Florida. Amy was distraught since she had just disclosed that she and Michael were no longer together. She ultimately had one of Amanda's sons drive her and her kids to Florida since she wouldn't travel. Amy became furious one evening and made the decision to return home to Kentucky immediately. The 1000 Alp Sister stars have shown time and time again that they are more than eager to throw hands if their current living situation becomes heated. Amanda refused Amy's request for her son to drive her back that evening because she didn't want her son to have to make the last-minute trek back to Kentucky. The altercation between the 2 women even turned physical. The women had to be kept apart by their other siblings. The 1000 Alp Sister stars have shown time and time again that they are more than eager to throw hands if their current living situation becomes heated. But in the recently released Season 7 of 1000 Alp Sisters, Brittany Combs discussed her desire to undergo bariatric surgery. It appears that Brittany is at last prepared to embark on her own weight loss quest after being inspired by the other Slaton siblings. Though numerous of their siblings also make appearances, the show primarily focuses on Amy and Tammy Slaton's weight loss struggles. Over the years, both Brittany and their brother, Chris Combs, have gained popularity among fans. Since the start of the show in 2020, all 5 of the Slaton siblings have undergone bariatric surgery. And now Brittany is the next. Since the beginning, Brittany has been on the unscripted program. Season 7 of 1000 Alp Sisters is anticipated to give her and her husband, Chris, more screen time than before. As her well-known in-laws shed pounds over the years, Brittany discreetly worked toward her own fitness and health objectives. She is an essential component of the unscripted series because she has also been present for all of the Slatons' significant life milestones. She is now prepared to go on her personal weight loss quest. Continue reading to find out more about Brittany and the true cause of her resolute desire to undergo bariatric surgery. In the Season 7 opener of 1000 Elp Sisters, Brittany broke down in tears as she discussed her struggles with childbearing. She claims she hasn't been able to fulfill her lifelong dream of becoming a mother. She believes that her weight is preventing her from realizing her aspirations of becoming a mother. In order to finally be healthy enough to become pregnant, she tells her husband that she wants to have bariatric surgery. She had always desired to have children of her own, even though she feels like a mother to Chris' children from his first marriage. Amy Slaton's weight loss quest is similar to Brittany's desire to reduce weight in order to become pregnant. Amy was above 400 pounds when Sister Wives debuted in 2020. She got bariatric surgery and shed 125 pounds in a short period of time because she was desperate to have children. She succeeded in realizing her aspirations of becoming a mother. Amy ignored her physician's advice not to become pregnant too soon after surgery. Gage and Glenn Halterman, two healthy sons, were born to her. Brittany aspires to follow in her footsteps. Despite their vast age difference, Chris and Brittany seem to be very happy together, whereas the majority of the Slaton siblings have had extremely bad luck in love. Chris, who is 44 years old, is older than Brittany, who is 36. Brittany met her husband Chris at work, just like a lot of Americans do. Given that Chris has struggled with obesity throughout his life, it's intriguing that they were both McDonald's managers. Since 2016, they have been weed, and their union seems to be incredibly affectionate. Chris wants Brittany to have the child she desires because of this. I've never chosen to embark on and continue a journey as good as this one. The age difference between Chris and Brittany hasn't affected their joyful marriage, but it could cause issues if they decide to have a child. Chris might feel like he's beginning again at the age of 44. In addition to his 3 grandchildren, he already has 2 grown children. Chris noted that his baby would be younger than his grandchildren in the first episode of 1000 Elp Sisters Season 7. Chris loves his wife and wants to give her the child she desires in spite of everything. There are other family members who also want surgery soon, besides Brittany. In Season 6 of 1000 Elp Sisters, Chris underwent skin removal surgery. In his post-operative hospital bed, Chris declares, "This is the best journey that I've ever decided to take and stick with." Chris wanted to be up to date with his grandkids. As stated in the caption, Chris' skin removal is the icing on his weight loss journey's cake. When he and Brittany exited the hospital following his treatment, he looked like a completely different man. "I have some old guy droopy asterisks and a great flat stomach." Chris wants more since he is so happy with the outcome of his procedure. Brittany was informed that, "I've still got some areas of opportunity." The 1,000-pound sister star said, "I have some old man saggy asterisks and a nice flat stomach." Although Chris is overjoyed with his improved appearance, he is already considering getting the extra skin around his chest cut off. Chris told Brittany that he was sick of being the only woman with bigger breasts. When Brittany inquired about their ability to pay for 2 procedures in 1 year, Chris said that they will work it out. It's obvious that Chris and Brittany will get more screen time during 1000 Elp Sisters Season 7 because they are both on intense weight loss journeys and may perhaps become parents. In addition to their weight loss endeavors, Brittany and Tammy have been at odds ever since Tammy moved in next door. Whether Tammy and Brittany will get along in the future is still up in the air. Chris won't allow her to cause tension in his marriage, so Tammy needs to be careful. But in Season 7 of the TLC series, 1000 Elp Sisters actress Tammy Slaton revealed her partner, Andrea, to the audience. Naturally, fans are interested in knowing more about their relationship. Tammy stated on the broadcast, "My girlfriend Andrea and I are going out tonight. To make matters worse, this is actually one of my first dates. It was my first time out on a public date." Fans got their first look at Tammy's girlfriend when she and Andrea went bowling together during the episode. In the show, Andrea revealed, "I met Tammy on a dating app. I hadn't been there long. I had just gotten on there. We immediately struck up a conversation after I spotted her, and she noticed me. And ever since, it's been like every day. Their chemistry was evident right away on the broadcast. Andrea is stunning. Everything about her appeals to me, Tammy said. Get huge discounts on computers, patio sets, cookware, furniture, and household necessities. Tammy clarified that she hasn't actually farted in front of her yet, but we have been getting pretty close. She laughed and said, "But I'm asleep at night. I have no control over it." Tammy stated that they were just taking things slow, day by day in their relationship, even though she had deep love for Andrea. Although Tammy came out as pansexual years ago, she was afraid her family wouldn't approve of her seeing a woman, so she waited to inform them about her lover in 1000 Alp Sisters. After meeting at an Ohio rehabilitation facility, Tammy weighed Caleb Willingham in November 2022. According to reports, they parted ways in 2023 before he passed away that July. Tammy admitted, "I'm not sure if I'm ready for Andrea to meet my family. Even though there are a few gay people in my family, I have no idea how they're going to react when I tell them about Andrea. It's kind of a huge thing because I've only had a few of my partners meet my family." She continued, "I also have a difficult family, but RadderOnline.com reveals that the blubber-battling siblings are embroiled in a nasty rivalry that is destroying the family. Tammy Slaton, star of the 1000 Pounds Sisters, is disparaging her older sister, Amanda Halterman, calling her a cruel and envious publicity hawk. According to sources, Slaton, 38, is pleased of losing 500 pounds after having gastric bypass surgery in 2022. However, she complained about Halterman without giving her credit on a recent episode of the family's TLC show. "I shed a ton of pounds. She seems a little envious, in my opinion." She assured their other sister, Amy Slaton, that she was not the center of attention. Tammy proceeded to lash out at Amanda, claiming she's not the pretty sister no more, while Amy, who weighed a whopping 400 pounds before to her gastric bypass in 2018, remained silent. Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Mina. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.